Hi, everyone. Today is New Spirit. Jungkook's house went viral because of this. It gives goosebumps. No one is really ready when reality reveals the other side of someone who has been considered perfect. The world can collapse in just one night. Or, on the contrary, it can change forever because of one secret fragment that is open to the public. And so it happened with the big-name Jungkook, the Golden Magne, the face of BTS's global generation, the owner of a voice capable of stopping time, and the young man who has been known to be closed, humble, and too clean for gossip to touch. However, everything changed overnight. Not because of a scandal, not because of an ordinary celebrity drama, but because of a house. Yeah, just a house. But not just any house. Jungkook's house. A place that has not been revealed much to the media, which is shrouded in a veil of mystery, which only rumors can be heard, with a value of more than 300 billion rupiah, bought in cash, built to perfection, but never fully opened to the public. Until finally, one small incident made everything unfold and made the entire army, even the Korean people, stuck in a strange silence between admiration, surprise, and goosebumps. That an anonymous construction worker on a Korean online community posted an unforgettable experience while working on the construction of a famous star's house called simply by the initials JK. The post initially just sank, but someone re-uploaded it to Twitter, and like an emotional bomb blast, the rumor exploded and spread uncontrollably. "The house is not just a house," he wrote. "It was like walking in a museum of the future full of memories of the past. But that's not what gives me the creeps. There's something unusual. Something that led us to be asked to sign a high-level NDA, non-disclosure agreement, before it even touched its first foundation." As the public began to speculate, Jungkook's name popped up because of his initials and some development details that matched previous media reports about the purchase of luxury properties in the Itaewon area. But none of those guesses really revealed the reason why the house went viral to the extreme. Until finally, a 19-second video footage appeared, recorded by an illegal drone that somehow managed to capture a corner piece of the house from a distance. Only 19 seconds, but enough to make the virtual universe tremble. In the video, it is clearly visible that the facade of a magnificent house rises like a contemporary palace wrapped in minimalist luxury. But on one side of the wall, there is a giant relief carving of the face of an old woman. Not the face of an idol, not the face of a family member, but a figure that makes netizens shiver. In less than 24 hours, armies around the world combed through the video, comparing it to various references, and the result left the virtual world almost paralyzed by emotion. The face was identical to Jungkook's grandmother, who had been briefly recounted in a variety show 7 years ago. A face full of wrinkles with a slight smile and sad eyes. But that's not what's shocking. What stunned the public was when they realized the face engraving contained a hidden QR code. Yeah, right. The relief of Jungkook's grandmother's face, which adorns the side of her house, stores a hidden QR code that is only visible when exposed to sunlight at 7 a.m. with a certain angle of inclination. Who knows? Who could have guessed that among the billions of marble and granite boulders, Jungkook was hiding a secret message that could only be accessed by anyone who was really paying attention? And the QR code? When scanned, opening a private page that made the army cry endlessly. The page was not registered in the public domain, but with the investigative zeal of the fans, they managed to access it. It's a digital letter. Jungkook's own voice read it slowly, emotionally, full of pauses. "To the woman who shaped my little dream into reality. For the hand that used to hold me when the world rejected me. For those of you who haven't seen me on stage. This house, this palace is not mine. It's yours, Halmiani. And this is where you will always stay. On this wall, in my every step, in every breath I take. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself." Jungkook's voice trembled. At the end of the letter, there was one sentence that made millions of army claim to stop reading, stop breathing, and just cry. "If home is where the heart lives, then my heart will always stay with you." The explosion of emotion across social platforms erupted louder than any comeback promotion. Jungkook doesn't just keep his grandmother's face on the wall. He embeds all of his love, hurt, loss, and fondest memories within its majestic walls. He never spoke to the media about it. Not a single interview he used to boast of this. Not a single one. Questions began to arise. Do other BTS members know about this? Did his parents find out that the stately home Jungkook built quietly for over 2 years was actually not just about comfort or a luxurious lifestyle, but about preserving the deepest love he ever had? And why doesn't Jungkook seem to want the world to know? But the opposite is true. The world knows now. The world is witnessing how someone who is adored for his good looks and talent is most worthy of being adored for his sincerity that goes beyond the stage and spotlight. Some netizens tried to refute the veracity of this story. They call it fanfiction. But then came a confession from the former architect who co-designed the house, who now lives in Canada. In an Instagram post that went viral, he wrote, "I've built houses for the world's conglomerates, but this project made me cry more than once. I once asked my client, what was his purpose in building a house of this size just for himself? And he replied, because I want to create a place where every breath that is lost can come back to life. I never understood what it meant until I saw the carving done." Some say the house is haunted. There are also those who call the house full of spiritual energy because every inch of it is built from wounds sublimated into love. But all agreed, the house can now no longer be called an ordinary house. The house is a monument of love. And the world is made goosebumps not because of its luxury, but because secretly, behind that silent wall, Jungkook hides a love that not everyone is able to understand. It is not uncommon when a world pop star chooses not to show off the luxury of his property like other celebrities. It is not uncommon when an idol surrounded by cameras 24 hours a day is able to hide something so deep for years. And it is not uncommon when the secret is finally revealed not because of personal intentions, but because of a series of incredible coincidences. In his latest Weverse live session, Jungkook did not deny this. But it also doesn't directly justify it. When one of the fans' comments mentioned the grandmother's face in her house, her expression changed. His eyes are glazed, and in a low voice he just said, "I don't want anyone to know. But now that you know, then please treat it with heart." The sentence hit the army like a silent storm that could not be avoided. Many then decided not to spread the illegal drone video again as a form of respect. Some of the biggest fan bases even released official statements not to discuss further about the house. But the news has already spread like wildfire. And once the heart of the world is touched by sincere love, nothing can stop it. Today, the house is known as the Silent Palace by fans. A house that was never meant to be on display, but is an enduring testament to how Jungkook not only sings of love, but lives it.